Sanibonani, and welcome back to Money Matters with me, Ndozo. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'll be talking a little bit more about retirement savings, the different kind of savings that you can have, what they mean, the benefits, etc., etc. So if this is something that you're looking into, then stay tuned. Now, before we get started, just want to let you know that I am not a qualified financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a girl who knows a thing or two, who wants you to know a thing or two as well. So if you're looking for financial advice, contact a qualified financial advisor registered with the FSCA. Okay. First things first, okay? What are the different kinds of retirement savings? So firstly, you have a retirement annuity. Retirement annuity is a personal retirement savings that matures at a certain age, a retirement age, which is usually after the age of 55. And 2/3 of that money, the money that you have saved, goes into buying or purchasing an annuity. And an annuity pays out money to you every month, like a pension every single month. A third of that, 1/3 of that, you can take out as a lump sum. Secondly, you have a pension fund. A pension fund is similar to a retirement annuity, but is taken usually through your employer or your company that you work for. So same principles apply, but it is taken through your company. Whereas a retirement annuity, you take it in your own personal capacity. Number 3, you have a provident fund. A provident fund is a retirement savings as well. However, you can take the full amount as a lump sum. Now, there are terms and conditions that apply with the provident fund because in March of 2021, or from March of 2021, the government made some changes to the rules, and it kind of, now it's similar to a retirement annuity. So you have to put 2/3 of that into an annuity and then take out a third instead of taking the full amount, unless your retirement savings by the time you retire is less than 247,500. Then you can take that full amount as a lump sum, or if you retired before March 2021. Also, if you do have a certain portion that you were saving before March 2021, that you can take out as a lump sum, and then the rest of it, the third and 2/3 rule will apply. Simple, easy peasy, okay, straight to the point. What are the benefits of having a retirement savings? Well, firstly, obviously, you're going to need money when you are retired. You will not be working anymore, so you won't be getting that monthly income unless you have, I don't know, a business, a passive income of sorts. But still, you still need income during your retirement. So that's the first benefit, is that you will have an income during your retirement. The second benefit is that you get a tax benefit, like a tax break. So you essentially pay less tax. Now, how does this happen? Your retirement savings are usually taken from your income before they deduct tax from it. So before tax is deducted from your income, the retirement savings goes into retirement. By the time you retire, you probably retire, I don't know, 65, 70, you pay tax, but at a lower rate. Like, yeah, you have a higher rebate, so you pay less tax when you are older. Does that make sense? Are you hearing me? Yes. So you pay less tax. So that amount, because you're not paying tax on it now when you're young and youthful, and you're paying tax on it later, you're paying less tax. So you get a bit of a tax deduction, and yeah, you get rebates for saving into a retirement savings. You get rebates for that out of your taxes. The first thing that you need to know is how much you should be saving in order to be set up when you retire. Now, there's a rule that says that when you retire, you will need about 75 to 80% of the income you are currently making rule of thumb. So they're saying that if you make 10,000 Rand, you will need about 7.5 to 8,000 Rand in your retirement every month to live normally. You hear that? So that is something to consider. Now, there is an easy way to calculate how much you should be saving. I will show you on the Old Mutual website. They have a really great retirement calculator that shows you your age, how much you earn, put in your age, how much you earn, how much you're saving towards your retirement, and then, it shows you how much you need and how much your current savings will give you. Okay, let me just show you so that you can see the picture. I will put the link down below so that you can get to this website, but when you go on the page, scroll down a little bit and then you will input your information. So we're going to start off with an example of a 25-year-old earning 10,000 Rand per month, and then the other section is how much you are currently saving. And for this example, I used 4%, which is 400 Rand. And yeah, let's just say this person just started saving, so they would have 0 currently. Press calculate, gives you the amount. You see, it used 75%, so you need 7,500. And right now, according to your savings, you'll be getting 1,755, which is way too little. That means this person will have to save a little bit more. And obviously you can play around with the numbers, redo it, see where you are, where you're at. I did another example of a 26-year-old earning 20,000 Rand, saving, I think it was 10%. Yes, it was 10%, so 2,000 Rand, and also just started, so they're on 0. Calculated that and gave me 15,000 as the amount needed, and the amount they'll currently get according to the savings is 8,775, which is also under. So both these people need to increase their savings. I hope that helps. The number 2 thing that you need to consider once you know how much you should be saving, it's important to know whether you're taking the retirement savings in your own personal capacity or you're taking it through your company. If you're taking it through your company, you need to know if your company matches your savings and if you're contributing the right amount. I know usually companies give you a range that you can contribute. Yeah, that you can contribute, or they give you a number like you're contributing 5% and that's it, and then they will match that. So those are things that you need to know. And you need to know, is that enough? Do you need to put in extra? Do you need to be saving more? Because now you have your number, you know how much you should be saving, and that goes and that also goes for if you're saving in your own personal capacity. Is your current product going to get you there? Is your current retirement savings going to get you there? Are you going to be able to, save the right amount? Do you need to be saving more? Are you in a good place? Those are things that you need to know. So that's why it's important to know that number. But you also need to consider things like inflation. The cost of living is getting cray. So you need to also consider that. So don't try and go for the exact. Try and go for more. Always, there's no such thing as having too much money. So number 3 thing that you need to know is what your retirement savings consists of. How is it put away? The division between equities, properties, cash investments. Is it diverse enough? Do you feel like it's a bit risky? Do you want to invest more in equities? I know there are certain numbers that you can't exceed, and I think it's 75% for equities and 25% cash, something like that. You can't exceed that because there are rules and regulations in place. Okay, there are rules and regulations for this kind of stuff. So those are things that you need to know, and as well as the fees that you get charged. I'm sure you get charged monthly like admin fees or a monthly fee, you need to know how those fees are affecting your savings income, your savings, your retirement savings. Like, are they too much? Are they just fine? Do you know a better product, etc., etc., etc.? Now, some of these things, such as how the portfolio is structured, how the savings portfolio is structured, are things that you will need to contact a financial advisor for. Okay, they will be able to talk you through everything and even be able to tell you your risk. What is it called? Your risk appetite. Your risk appetite. If you need to be investing more in property or equities or whatever, you know how diverse everything should be. You could also use fund managers, which are like Ellen Gray, Old Mutual, Coronation, you know, those companies that have options for you to save into. They usually have investment, they deal a lot with investment options. So yeah, you could also look into those. Yeah, when you're doing the comparison, it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading and understanding things. So I would recommend like contacting an actual financial advisor or financial planner to help you out if you're not sure. Number 4 is that you can only access your retirement savings after the age of 55 unless you die or you're disabled or yeah, stuff like that. Like, I think retrenchment is also one of them, you know, and unforeseen circumstances, like unfortunate events in life, then you can access it early, but usually the rule is you can only access it after 55. Some funds do allow you to set an age, to say, okay, 60 is my age, but it has to be after 55. So you can't say 30 because it's not after 55. Last thing that you need to consider is the fact that when I spoke about the tax benefits, right? So there is a limit on how much you can save in order for you to get that tax break. So it is the higher of 350,000 or 27.5% of your taxable income, so your income before tax. So you can obviously contribute more, but above that you will start getting taxed. Yeah, you'll start getting taxed. So if you want to contribute 400,000 in a year, the 50,000 is gonna get taxed. It's gonna come from, yeah, the 50,000 is gonna come from your income after it's been taxed. So you don't get that tax benefit. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I hope that does make sense. So all in all, this is to say that you need to start saving for your retirement. Very important that you don't find yourself in trouble, find yourself unable to live once you have retired or once you stop working, whatever the case might be. Yeah, it's quite important, and you need to do research. You need to know what you are getting yourself into, especially if you're doing if you're investing for your retirement through a company. And a lot of us don't really stay at the same company for a long time, so you might find that you need to transfer your retirement savings. You need to find out how much will that cost you, like, or if you're gonna manage it yourself rather than through a company. Maybe you're managing it through a company, but now you want to manage it yourself. You know, all of those things, like how does it affect your savings, like you get charged and stuff like that. So those are just important things to note. I wanted to make this as simple as possible. There's so much more information, but I wanted this to basically cover the essentials. So yeah, that is it from me. I do hope that you learned a thing too, and that you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and do what needs to be done. Okay, thank you so much for watching.